Hey guys, welcome back to another video. If it's your first time here, hi, I'm Jess. Welcome to my channel. So in today's video, I'm going to be doing a try-on haul featuring all the pieces that I got in my Rent the Runway subscription this month. So this is actually my first month using and trying Rent the Runway, and I love the idea of using this subscription service and not only to switch up my wardrobe, but to try different styles. This also allows me to try new brands that I've never tried before. And it's just overall a good way for me to experiment and play with my style without having to commit to buying new pieces. So I thought it would be fun to share with you what I picked out, how everything fits, and to also give you my thoughts and opinions on each of these pieces. I will also have the link to Rent the Runway down in the description box below in case you are interested in checking it out and getting more details for yourself. So without further ado, let's jump into today's try-on haul. So for my first month's subscription, I was able to pick out 5 different pieces. So I ended up choosing 4 different clothing items and 1 accessory, and everything arrived inside of this bag right here, and each clothing item was actually individually wrapped in like a plastic garment bag, and my 1 accessory, which was a purse, also came wrapped in its own dust bag, and then inside of the bag it had like some paper to make sure that it kept its shape so it didn't get like squished while it was shipped. So the very first item that I opened up was the bag. Now, this bag is from 8 Other Reasons, and it's their buckle up shoulder bag. It originally retails for $99. So I did open up this item first, and my first impression when I first opened up the bag and took out the paper that was inside was that it had a very fishy smell. I didn't love that. It wasn't very pleasant. However, I will say that the smell isn't as strong now, but it's still kind of sort of there. Like whenever I open it up and like stick my face in there and take a big whiff, it's kind of still there. It's lingering just a little. But aside from that, what drew me into this bag is the shape of it. The shape of this bag is very trendy at the moment. I see this style of purses all over my Pinterest, on other socials, but because the shape of this bag is totally different than what I would naturally just buy and gravitate towards, I like that I'm able to try it out and see if I'd actually wear it and if I'd actually like style it with pieces in my closet. And let me just say that the day I got this in the mail, I put all of my stuff in it and was pleasantly surprised by how much can actually fit in this bag. Since that day, I've pretty much been using this bag as my everyday bag, and I'm loving it. There was actually an evening when I took this out with me and I was able to fit all of my usual junk in there, and I was able to take a full-sized water bottle and like stuff it in here, and there was still room to spare. I'm truthfully just like pleasantly surprised because I didn't think much would fit in here because it's not very deep, it's quite shallow, but I guess the width of it is what makes up for all of the lost space that you don't get from it being too deep. So let me give you guys a closer look of the bag and give you more details. So this bag has silver hardware with little buckles here and here. There's also these 3 rings here in the front and in the back that you could definitely add or clip on some bag charms to accessorize the purse and just make it look a little more cute and less plain. The main zippers have the brand's logo on it, and the inside is lined with black fabric. There's actually a small patch with the brand logo on this side and a side pocket on the opposite side, with the interior pocket having the same material as the exterior, which looks like a shiny patent faux leather that is surprisingly pretty soft and slouchy. And then the bottom of the bag looks like this. It's smooth and it has no hardware. So that's the bag. I'm actually liking it a lot more than I thought, which makes me really happy. So now let's get into the clothes. So I did get 3 tops and 1 pair of jeans, and I want to start with the tops first. So this first top I have already worn more than once, and I think that it's lovely. So this top right here is from Jason Wu, and I think that it's in collaboration with Rent the Runway because it was listed like this on the website. But this top originally retails for $210, and it's made of 100% polyester, which in my opinion, it's absolutely criminal to charge that much for polyester. But this top, in my opinion, is really beautiful. I love this shade of green. It's nice and earthy. The silhouette is very relaxed, but it's surprisingly still really flattering when you put it on. And the sheer chiffon fabric is so flowy, giving it that ethereal vibe. So let me go ahead and try this on to show you how it fits. So here's what the top looks like on, and I'm wearing this one in a size 6 and it fits really well. It's nice and comfortable. It's not itchy or scratchy. The fabric is very light. Now, some other details of this top are that it has a deep V neckline with this twist detail right here. The sleeves have an elastic to give it a subtle puff sleeve. The fabric is sheer and it's single lined everywhere except for the bust area. This area is double lined with this exact fabric, so it does give it a little bit more opacity. I personally didn't wear a bra when I wore this top out, and I didn't find that it was see-through, which was a huge win for me because I do not like wearing a bra. Another thing to note is that the fabric of this top has 0 stretch, but because it does have a more relaxed and loose fit, I don't think that that's an issue whatsoever, and it also is a regular length top. So all in all, I really like the style of this top. I love the color, the shape, the fit. So overall, I'm very happy with this top, and I do plan to wear it again. So these next 2 tops I have actually not tried on yet, and so I'm very excited to do so. So let's start with this top first. So this top right here is from the brand Untitled in Motion, and it originally retails for $225. It's made from a blend of these 2 fabrics, which are both semi-synthetic. This top has an asymmetrical off-the-shoulder hemline with this really pretty draping detail throughout, and I just think this top looks very elegant, so I'm really excited to try it on. So here's what this top looks like on, and I'm wearing this one in a size medium, and I will say that it does fit true to size. It has no stretch though whatsoever, so I feel like my arms are a little limited in their range of motion, so I don't particularly love that. I do feel like it would be one of those shirts where you can look really cute, but you just won't be able to move a whole lot. But aside from that, I do really like the draping detail on the top. It also has some ruching right here where the sleeves are stitched together, and I feel like it makes it look really pretty. I also like the fabric. It kind of looks like a metallic in a way. And the fabric is also really soft. It kind of feels a little velvety. Now this top does have a normal length hemline, and the hemline does have this split detail right here on both sides of the top. The fit is also more on the loose side, so I do like that. It makes it feel a little more comfortable. I think that if it would have been a more tight fitting top, it would have not been very comfortable because it doesn't have any stretch. So I stand by what I said. I do think this top looks very elegant. It looks very chic, and I'm excited to style it and wear it out because I do want to make like a point to wear all of these pieces out. I just don't know where I would wear it to. Maybe like a nice restaurant or something, because it is a little bit more of a dressy top. It's not super casual in my opinion. I feel like the fabric makes it look a little bit more dressy. So I definitely think I need to plan a nice dinner so I can wear this out. So this is the last top in this haul, and this one is from the brand Derek Lamb 10 Crosby, and it originally retails for $395. It's made of 97% cotton and 3% lycra, which is basically just spandex. So this top does have puffy sleeves. It has a fit and flare silhouette. Now I am personally a sucker for anything that is fit and flare silhouettes. I love dresses in this silhouette, so I'm very excited to see what this top is going to look like on. So with that said, let's find out and see. So here's what this top looks like on, and I'm wearing this one in a size 8, and it fits great. I'm honestly so happy that everything is fitting pretty well so far. That last top did limit my range of motion, but it still fit, you know? So it's just one of those tops. But everything is fitting good so far, so I'm very excited. So this top almost has like a V-neck, except that the bottom part right here doesn't come to a point. It just kind of goes straight across. And there are also buttons along the front here that are functional. I like how the fabric is pleated right here in this section. I feel like it gives it some nice texture. And then on the back of this, it does have this stretchy shirred fabric. And that's where most of that 3% spandex went, because the rest of the fabric has very little to no stretch. I like that the hem length of this top is regular and the fabric is comfortable as well. It's not itchy, it's not scratchy, and it looks really good. I knew that a fit and flare silhouette was not going to disappoint me. It always hits every time, so I'm very happy with the way that this looks. I love the shape, the silhouette. It's very flattering, it's comfortable. This color, this rich brown color, is stunning for the fall season. I also love the puff sleeve on it. It's nice and comfortable. The elastic around the sleeve is stretchy and not tight. I also really like that the fabric is nice and opaque as well. It's not see-through, so again, I can get away without having to wear a bra, which is always a win in my book. So yeah, that is this top. I love the way it looks, how it fits, how it feels. It's checking off all the boxes, so I'm very happy with this one as well. And the final item in this try-on haul are these jeans right here. So these are the collegiate wide leg jeans from the brand Frame, and these originally retail for $348. These are made from 100% regenerative cotton, and they have buttons instead of a zipper, which I didn't realize until the moment that I got them, and I was like, oh, I missed that little detail. Now, I was the most nervous to order bottoms or jeans because I always come across several issues when shopping for bottoms and jeans. They're usually always way too long, and I would say that 80% of the time, they fit really well along my hips and my thighs, but are way too big around my waist. And then sizing can also be another issue because I feel like not every brand sizes their jeans the same. Like, for example, a size 27 can fit differently from one brand to the next. So because of this, I typically don't like shopping for jeans online because I can't like try them on and see if they fit properly. But because I'm technically not buying and I'm just borrowing, I decided to try a pair of jeans and hope for the best. So let me put these on and then we will, these pants are too heavy for this hanger apparently. So with all that said, let me put the jeans on so that we can further discuss. So here's what the jeans look like on. Now ignore the top, I did just tuck it underneath so that way you could get a good view of the jeans. But I did order these in a size 28. I sized up just to be safe. So now let me break down how they fit. So first and foremost, these fit great around my hips and my bum area. They are not too tight and they are not too loose. Now around my thighs, it fits nice and loose. It's baggy and it has that same fit all the way down to the bottom. I feel like the wide leg really starts to take effect around the thighs. Like from there on down, it's nice and baggy, which I'm a huge fan of. That's why I selected a wide leg jean. Now around the waist, it does unfortunately fit too big. I know it doesn't look like it from the POV that you have right now, but when I turn to the side, you can see that there is quite a big gap. And I suspected that this would be an issue. This is probably the number one issue that I come across when jean shopping. And then my other concern was the length. And the length on these jeans is unfortunately way too long. That is another issue that I knew would be very likely. So now even though the fit of these jeans isn't perfect, I still did wear them out. I wore them out to dinner one night and I made them work. I did end up pairing these with the green Jason Wu top and the 8 Other Reasons purse. And I did have to put on a pair of pumps to prevent the jeans from dragging on the ground. But hey, I made it work and the outfit was pretty cute in my opinion. Now aside from some of the cons in regards to the fit, another con is that these jeans don't have a zipper. They have these buttons instead. And zippers are just way faster, they're more convenient. And with my nails, I can find it difficult to deal with these buttons. Having to unbutton the buttons every single time that I need to use the bathroom or when just putting them on and taking them off can be a bit much. For me, that's just my own personal preference. I much prefer a zipper over the buttons. But I mean, other than that, that's pretty much it. They feel like a standard pair of jeans. They have zero stretch, and I really like the wide leg look of them. And just like the rest of the pieces, I'm gonna try and get as much wear out of these jeans as I possibly can while I still have them. I'm just gonna have to make sure that I'm wearing tall shoes when doing so. And that, you guys, is everything that I got from my Rent the Runway subscription this month. I honestly had so much fun trying all of these on and seeing what worked for me and for my style. So if you've ever thought about trying Rent the Runway, I definitely recommend it. It's such a fun way to experiment without committing to buying new clothes all the time. So I will of course have it linked down below in the description box in case you're interested in checking it out and getting more information. I would also love to know which of these pieces was your favorite, so please comment it down below. And if you did enjoy this video, please give it a big thumbs up. And if you aren't subscribed to my channel yet, please subscribe and don't forget to turn on the notification bell. That way you are notified every time I upload a brand new video. But thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you so much, and I'll be seeing you in my next one. Bye.